Here is your 5-step plan to reset your money this year. Join me as I walk you through the steps.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Hi, I'm Jody, and I'm a personal finance blogger and coach over at abundanceofjoe.com, and I teach people on my personal finance blog how to save money, make money, and build wealth. Now, today, I have a very exciting topic. I want to talk about the 5-step plan that you can use to reset your money this year. We are currently at the beginning of the year, and it's a perfect time for you to reset your financial goals and reset your money. So let's get into it. So the first one is focusing on assessing your current financial situation. So it's important that you get an understanding of what your current financial situation looks like. And when you take a look at your finances, you'll get a better understanding of where you stand, as well as what changes that need to be made to reach your financial goals. So take a look at all of your financial situations, whether you have debt or if you have savings, if you're saving for retirement, if you also have significant expenses that are coming up, if you're planning on buying a car or you're buying a house. Look at your total financial picture, and that will help you to see where you're situated at this present moment. And when you do this exercise, it can be sobering because you may see that you're in a lot of debt and that you have a really tight situation as your finances may be troubled, but it's a great way for you to know what steps you need to take, and it also helps you to have a plan for your financial life for the year. So take stock of your current financial situation, list all of your debts and all of your expenses, and then you can move on to the next step, which is setting clear financial goals. So when you know exactly what your financial picture looks like, it gives you an idea of setting goals that can help you to achieve certain things that will build out your financial plan for the future. And what do I mean by that? If you look at your current situation, for example, you may see that you're in a lot of debt. You have credit card debts, you have student loans, you have your mortgage, you may have other consumer debt. When you do that and you're looking at your full financial picture, when you are able to see where you are, you can then set a goal that can help you to reach that particular goal by the end of the year. So when you look at your financial situation and you see that you're in a lot of debt, the next step that you'd want to take is to set a financial goal to pay off the debt. So you may look at your full financial life and you see that your student loan is out of control. You may say, okay, my goal this year is to pay off the student loan. Or my goal this year is to pay off this credit card because it's a lot of money and I need to pay it down. So look at your financial goals and write them down and have a plan for how you're going to be attacking those goals and making them a reality. Now, when you're setting these goals, it's important that you are specific and you're realistic. Look at your financial situation. You may look at it and realize that you probably won't be able to pay off your student loan in 1 year. It's just how your income works and your expenses. So you may say, okay, I have $15,000 in my student debt. Maybe I can only pay off $10,000 this year. That's a good goal, and it's very specific and it's clear and it could be realistic based on your situation. And then you can plan out every month I'll be paying this amount of money so I can reach the goal by the end of the year. So be specific, be objective, and also be very realistic based on your financial situation. Other thing too, you have to look at setting 2 types of financial goals. You want to look at setting long-term goals and also short-term goals. So the short-term goal, as I mentioned in this example, would be paying off my student loan or paying $10,000 towards my student loan. But a long-term goal could possibly be start a business in 3 years. That's a long-term goal, and you can start to get your finances together so that you can move towards that long-term goal while you also tackle this short-term goal. Now, a short-term goal can be achieved within a year or less, providing you with a sense of accomplishment. Also, it can help you to boost your morale and let you feel more confident to achieve your long-term goals, which may take several years. So it starts out with a plan, but with commitment and going after these goals, the short-term ones, then the long-term ones, can really help you to feel a sense of accomplishment and will boost your confidence along the way. Now, the step 3 process that we want to go through now would be looking at, after you've set your financial goals and you've looked at your current financial situation, you want to make a realistic budget. And making a realistic budget helps you to have a plan in place for a personal financial plan that is personal to you, and also can help you to build out a budget that can help you to accomplish the financial goals that you have. So crafting a budget will align with your goals, and it will also be essential in helping you to achieve financial freedom. So make up that time and spend time building out this budget. And I do have a budget template that you can use to track your expenses, whether it's a bi-weekly process if you are paid that way, or a monthly process. I do have a budget tracker that you can use to do this, and that can help you to build out your financial future, and it can also help you to keep track of your spending every single month. Now, if you stay true to your financial goals and you are focusing on creating this budget, you will see that you will have a plan and you can start executing the plan along the way. Step 4. Step 4 now is focused on implementing smart saving and spending habits. As you look at your financial goals, you know that you will probably need to make some changes or some sacrifices depending on the situation. So with a realistic budget in place, you can confidently move on to this next step by focusing on implementing smart saving. So you want to save towards your goals. So if you have one of your financial goals is to save more money in my retirement or in my 401k, you'll have this understanding that you can build into your realistic budget, and you can say, okay, every month I'll be putting $300 towards my retirement if I can afford it. And then that can help you to build out a strategy to spend smarter and also be able to save along the way. It can also help you to look at your financial habits. Are you a big spender? Do you always spend too much money when you go to the mall? Like, it helps you to put yourself in perspective and to say, hey, these are the things that I'm looking at financially. These are some of the sacrifices that I'll need to make. And then if you want to have fun, you can also build that into your financial goal. So my financial goal is to every month spend $100 on something fun and self-care, as an example. So you can say, when you're building out your spending plan and you're building out your budget, you can allocate the funds towards that so you can still be saving and making money, but also taking care of the things that are important to you. Now, moving on to the next step, which is step 5, and it's the final step. You want to monitor and adjust your progress. So as you go through your financial plan and you're going through that whole process of creating your budget, staying and sticking to your budget, and also changing your financial habits and your spending and saving, you want to keep adjusting it because things happen. We live in a world where anything can happen, right? So you have to be mindful that there will need to be some adjustments along the way, and you may have to become very malleable so that you can meet your financial goals while also staying true to things that are happening in your life, and you can deal with emergencies. So focus on being disciplined, but also being consistent in knowing that these are some of the things that may come up, but this is how I can move my budget based on the situation that I'm in. And things will come up. It's just the nature of life. But as you focus on building out this financial plan and you're adjusting it and you're monitoring, it can help you to have a structure in place so that if anything comes up, you'll be in a good place. So those are the 5 steps that you can take to make this financial reset a reality. It could mean that you can seek out financial literacy information so that you can also understand how to make up your plan. But along the way, as you're going through the process, you will feel accomplished. You'll also probably go through some tough times, but this plan can help you to secure your financial future and just basically have some form of a structure in place so that you can meet your financial goals. Now, if you enjoy this content, I ask that you will follow, like, subscribe, and leave any comments that you may have. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out. And I have lots of resources on the blog that you can also tap into. I have a budget tracker, a debt tracker, and all of that will be in the description box below. So thank you for listening, and I hope you are energized to execute this 5-step plan and reset your financial life and your money today. Thank you for watching.